Hi everybody, so welcome to another episode of this video. I want to be talking about Zoho Books, and let's just dive straight into it. So to get into Zoho Books, the first thing you do is books.zoho.com. So that is how you get into the home page or the first page of books. So right now when I already have an account in Zoho, so the first page it took me to was set up your organization profile. For some of us, right now I'm using Zoho One. I know most of us have already, like some of us have subscribed to Zoho One. So like some of us have signed up to Zoho One, I mean to say. So, and yes, let's just go straight into it. You will need to add Zoho Books to your organization. So once you type books.zoho.com, it's actually going to show you the option to add, and you click on add, and straight away you can still type it again, books.zoho.com, and it takes you directly to this page. So this page is where we want to set up our organization profile. So first of all, you need to define what your organization name is. So I will define my organization name. Let's say this is Page Data Dynamics, my organization solutions. So let's say the industry is, I do IT. Can't find IT here. Let's just say services. Okay. So let's just say Sydney. It's like anyone, let's just say anyone. So and if you have address, you can enter address. But right now we're not using any address. So of course they're going to give you a default currency depending on the country you are or the account you're using. They'll give you a default currency, and we're leaving it all this. So this GST is for tax. So if like your business is a taxable one, like you have a tax ID and all, you're gonna enable this. You're not gonna enable this, but if your business is not taxable, you will enable it. Or if I'm correct, sorry, if your business is taxable, you don't enable it, you enable it. And if your business is not taxable, you enable it. That's exactly what I wanted to say. So right now it's a no. So I'm just choosing a no for now. Okay, so get started. So it takes us right to the home page for Zoho Books. No thanks, I'll exploit. Then yeah, so this is how the home page looks like, and let's just go straight into what we want to do. So the first thing is this is where you can enter items. So if you want to add any item, you can click on this plus button on this item bar. You can just click on it, you can add your items. And and there's another option too, you can also add items from this place. So that's the way it works for the item part. Then for if you want to like account for your bank, you can connect bank or credit card, but this is actually limited to some, you know, bank accounts. Like you can see what is here is PayPal and all of that and all of that. And again, it depends on your country, so it shows you what's like is available for your country. So because this is Australia, so that's why it's showing all this. Then and if like your bank accounts are not showing here, you can click on this particular one, add accounts, like the custom one. This is for manually entering it. Then the next thing is sales. So if you want to add customers, like your list of customers, you can add them here. So you can click new, and you can click from here too as well. So you can add your customers. Then quotes. So for you to be able to create new quotes, this is how you're going to create new quotes. Like if you want to send proposals to your customer, for example, like they want to see like how much would something cost if they are going to get it from you. Let's say you're a skincare brand and you sell like facials and all of that, and you want to give your customer or your person, or let's say your customer, a list of the products and their prices. So you can create a quote here and send it to them, and they can approve it. So but first of all, like in this video, I would show you how to do that kind of process. Yes. So first of all, let's just go and add a new customer. So the basis of this video is actually how to show you how to add a customer, the how to create a quote, and how to create an invoice. So those are the basic thing, and also an expense, because those are the major things that every business use. So let me say this is a business. Let's say first name. I want this to be individual, so let me just say business because it's different. If it's a business, they'll show company name. If it's individual, they don't show company name. So let me just say individual, because this is for B2C. That's why they have to separate it. Business is B2B, individual is B2C. So let's just call this Christiana. So let's say my company name is Chris Digital Dynamics. Okay, I want it to be my own name. Can be anyone. So you can see, as they said, the last name is mandatory to sync the contacts with the CRM. So that's the reason why, because in CRM the last name is compulsory. So that's the reason why they're telling you that last name is mandatory, and this is the last name here. So and if it's business, the display name will be business name, but if it's individual, the display name you can change it. It can be anyone. So let's just move fast. Christian, I can just enter the email for right now. For this sake of this video, I'm not putting it right now. I'll put in it later, so that's like to prevent any policy thing. So opening balance, if your customer like has an opening balance, like maybe they are kind of um having an outstanding or owing you, so you can put the amount that are owing you here, but if not, leave it empty. So due on receipts, allow access to portal. So there's a portal created for each customer, but right now we're not going into that in this video, but let's just stick to this particular part. So let's save this. So now we've created a customer. Let's say we want to create a quote for this customer. You can create it from here, new transaction quote, and you can also create it from here, new. So let's say I select my customer, which you can see that's shown us that this is it here. So expiry date, I want it to be this day. Then subjects, I don't think I have any subject, but let me just put it as test subjects. So items, so like your items, you can add items, you might not add items. It depends, because not all companies deal with items. Some of them, like, they can put anything here, so they don't have to save it as item. So but if it's people that deal with like fixed list, like, of services that they have fixed amount for, or fixed list of products that they have fixed amount for, yes, this will be good adding new item. But if there are some businesses that don't have fixed amount for price services or products, there are like several ways. So like, for example, let's say you it's a service company and they don't have like a fixed amount, or like, let's say they don't have like a fixed item, they can just put in anything. And there's also price lists in Zoho Books, but we are not going into all those places right now. But let's just create a new item and add it, just like the general knowledge that we have. So let's say this is test product. I'll put this unit as grams. Let's say selling price is 200 AUD. I don't have a cost price for this. Let's see. Let's save this. So your purchase price is like, this will be good if you are like calculating for a cost of the cost of making a product and sales, like your sales price of the product. So your system will be able to account for like your profits. So that is why you're having the sales price and the purchase price. So okay, so let's just You can see it's already entered and all of that. Your rates, quantity, and you can change the quantity too. So let's to the next one. If you have any terms and conditions, you can add it. No, fine. So let's save as draft. So I have saved. This is how our code looks like in this, and this same thing applies to invoices. You can also create invoice, and you can also convert this to an invoice. So let's say I want to send this particular email to, like, I want to email this quote to the to the client or to the customer. So let's just say I would have gone to add the person's email, because I skipped it before. I was like, I'll come back to that. But let's say I added the person's email. So, and I come in here to the quotes, and let's edit. You can see it shows the email communication, because I didn't add email, so it showed that there was no email communication. So I will tick it, and I will save and send. So they are still seeing me because I'm the owner, so I will cancel that. I'll just leave it at that. So you can also change the subject if you like, but right now I don't want to do too much changes, so I'll just leave it as this. So let me send this. So it marked, you can see it marked your code as sent, that you sent your code. It has been sent, and you can check that in your email. As you can see, I received it in my email, and you can see the email, like, and it also sent me as PDF. You can also view the PDF of it. So let's download it. Seems we have issue preparing it. So as you can see, this is the quotes. So in another